NBS Create provides a number of options for formatting, exporting and printing documents. To access the Print Settings page, click the File tab in the ribbon and select Print. There are 10 different link buttons to other pages here, and I will demonstrate all of them. The first link is Content, and on this page you can select the type of specification report you would like to export, select the types of clauses you would like to include, and whether you require any appendices in the document. There are a number of standard reports that can be selected depending on the type of document you wish to produce. In an earlier module, we looked at producing an outline specification from this page. I am now ready to produce a more detailed document, so I will select Full Specification. You are able to select the type of data to include in the document. In this case, I wish to include specification data. If I click the selection option, I am able to select specific systems that I want to include in the document. This may be useful if you would like to produce different specification documents which relate to different trades. For example, you could produce a document which includes just the window systems in your job. In this case, we will leave all of the systems selected. I will also include schedules in this document. This will include any clauses in the job that have been scheduled. You can also be specific about the types of clauses that are included in the document. As I have selected to export the full specification, you will see that all the clause types are selected. However, we can deselect clause types if they are not required. You are also able to select any of the reports that were demonstrated in a previous module as appendices to the document. I will select every report apart from the empty values report. The final option here enables you to select whether you would like to structure the specification by system or by work section. If you structure by system, each system is displayed with the related performance, product, execution, completion and FM clauses. If you structure by work section, the clauses are grouped by Uniclass 2 section. For example, all of the clauses relating to the structural framing systems are displayed in one section. However, all of the product clauses are grouped in a separate section under the groups 45 or 90, just as they are arranged in the resources area. The section output is usually more concise than the system output, as the clauses that are shared across the job are displayed just once, rather than in each system that uses them. In this example, I will use the default system option, and I will demonstrate the work section output later. You may notice that because we have changed some of the basic options in this section, the report type now displays as Custom Report. We are able to save this custom report, which can be used again in the future. To do this, click the Save as a User Report button at the top of the screen. Give the report an appropriate name and click Save. This report name will appear on the front page of the document, and you are able to select this report again by selecting Saved Custom Reports from the Report Type drop-down list on any job in the future. I will move on to the next link, Revisions. You are able to select to include revision information in the document. This will indicate any changes made to the job from a specified milestone reference point and the current state of the job. You can select the milestone you would like to compare against, and you are also able to record a new milestone here if you wish. The next link is to the Financial Summary page. This page allows you to include a financial summary which appears as a table at the end of the document. You are able to select the systems and sections that you wish to include in the summary and enter a cost for each item, or leave these empty so that they can be completed by hand at a later stage. I will include all the systems in my job to the financial summary in this document. The Text, Fonts and Styles link offers options for formatting the text in the document. You can select a specific item of text from the drop-down list and then change the font, style, colour and alignment as required. The next link is to the cover page and separators. From here, you are able to include a cover page in the document and also format and select the text that appears on the cover page. I will include a logo on the cover page by clicking in the area of the page where I would like this to appear and then selecting Logo from the Auto Text drop-down list. You can then browse and select an appropriate image file to insert this into the page. From this page, you can also select to include a table of contents and also include and format separator pages for the chapters if you are exporting the project management sections and the specification in one document. I'll open the next link, Headers and Footers. I will select to include footers, choose the layout option of 1, 2 or 3 text boxes and then click in the Footers text box. I can either enter any required text directly in here, or I am able to select from one of the predefined auto text values. I will select to include page numbers in the footer. I can also include a separator line which will appear above the footer. The next link down, Clauses, provides you with a number of options relating to the clauses in the document. You are able to hide all of the blank inserts in the document, or alternatively, if you wish to produce a document for review which displays all of the clause items that still need to be edited, you can show the blank inserts and either select from one of these two options or enter your own text. You are able to hide or show the clause numbers in the document. You are able to make a choice in this area of the print dialog as to whether or not you would like all shared clauses to be printed in full every time they occur in the document. By selecting the Every Time option, any clauses that are shared across multiple systems will be printed in full. Whereas, if you select the Only Once in this document, they will only be printed in full in the first system that uses the clause. Subsequent instances of this clause shared in other systems in your job will be referenced back to this full version with a hyperlink in the document. The purpose of this feature is to reduce the size of your published output. This feature is only beneficial if you have chosen to output your document by system. If you have chosen to show revisions, you can select whether you wish to show the clause revision details in line. This will display text in red font below any clause that has been modified or added since the milestone selected from the Revision tab. You are also able to decide if you wish to show or hide the cross-references to linked clauses in the document when exporting in the different available formats. The description clause item can be included in just the outline specification as intended by the design or in all published documents. This is the item that is completed when you produce an outline specification. As this may indicate requirements at an early design stage, you are advised to be careful if you include this in all documents, as the information added to the description may contradict the specification clauses added and edited later. Finally, on this page, you are able to hide or show clause items for system performance, execution, completion, and facilities management from the system outline clause. These are the clause items that have a green background in the editing window. The next link, Margins, opens a page which allows you to select from a number of predefined margin sizes or enter specific margin sizes. I will leave the default options selected on this tab. Cache columns are next. Not usually used with the specification, as there are no units of measurement or quantities described. Here, you have an option to include columns on the right-hand side of your document. You are able to include up to 4 columns, and these can be used in the printed document to enter notes or costs by hand. I will not include cache columns in this document. The final link opens a page which allows you to select whether you wish to produce the document as a PDF or print directly to a specified printer. You also have the option for each section to start on a new page or to display continuously. At the bottom of the print settings page are 3 buttons. The first button, you can preview the document. This may be useful if you would like to check the formatting before you print the specification document in full. Along with the Export to Microsoft Word option, which is accessed by clicking the Microsoft Word button next to the Create PDF option, you can export your document in a number of other formats. To access these options, click on the down arrow next to the Microsoft Word logo. These include 2 CSV options, which would allow you to export all of the information in the job or just the schedules as CSV files, which can then be opened in spreadsheet applications. You are able to export information from the document in COBI format. There are CAD options, which allow you to export a file which can be used with the relevant CAD software to enable you to use system and product names in the job as annotations on the drawings. Finally, you are able to export and use the file with the free NBS cost tracking tool, downloaded separately from the website. I will export this document as a PDF. I can select where I wish to save the file and also change the name if required. The PDF opens automatically and displays the cover page, which includes the logo I inserted earlier. I will scroll down through the document. The contents page is displayed. The headings here are all links that will take you to the relevant section or system in the document. Note the footer and the separator displayed at the bottom of the page. When exporting in system format, the output is similar to the way that the systems are presented in the software. All of the associated clauses are printed underneath each of the systems. This means that if there are any shared clauses between two systems or more, these will be printed more than once. If you have selected to show the cross-reference details to linked clauses, these will appear at the top of these clauses. This clause includes revision details to indicate that it has been modified since the milestone reference point that we selected earlier. Note that hyperlinks to websites or to references in the job are still active in the PDF document. For example, if I click on this reference to a British Standard document, it will open the CIS website and take me to the relevant document. Following the systems are the schedules. After this are the appendices, which display all of the reports that we selected earlier. The manufacturer's report, for instance, displays all of the manufacturers specified in the job, with their contact details as well as details of the associated system and product clause. I will close the PDF document to return to NBS Create. I will now demonstrate the document in work section format. I will return back to the content section and select to structure the specification by work sections. I will create another PDF now. Instead of having a list of systems in the table of contents, I now have a list of Uniclass 2 sections. This means that all of the systems in my job have been grouped by section. So, if I jump down to this section, all of the systems in this section appear here, and all of the clauses that this section are grouped by type. System performance clauses are displayed together, irrelevant of the individual system they belong to. In the section format, all of the shared clauses are only printed once. Finally, all of the products appear in their own section and not with the system. Generally, this is more concise output than the document structured by system.